Hello, my name is Mr. Mackenzie and I'm part of the Outdoor Play and Learning Enrichment team here at Rush Green Primary School. Now, if I ask you to think about a typical school day, your mind might jump straight to the classroom. However, an essential part of the day takes place outside. During break times and lunch times, children have an opportunity to develop their cognitive, physical, social and emotional skills that set them up for life. A huge part of the school day is spent outside during break time and lunchtime. It should not only be seen as a time to let off some steam, but it's a great opportunity for children to learn and develop. The figure of 20% on your screen really adds up over time and equates to 1.4 years throughout their whole time at primary school, which I'm sure you will agree is a substantial amount of time. So what happens during this time of the day? For schools without a strategic approach, playtime can lead to boredom, accidents, and conflicts. These incidents often overspill into the classroom after break time and lunchtime is finished, disrupting the learning for everyone. Now there is a solution, and that's the Outdoor Play and Learning Enrichment Programme. Now it's not just buying extra equipment to fill the playground. It's a developmental approach to the fundamentals of playtime to ensure that the children are developing the skills they need to set them up for life. It aims to improve their development, happiness, well-being, among other things I've mentioned previously in the video. When you compare the information side by side, a typical playtime can lead to boredom, conflict, and high accident rates. Whereas for an outdoor play and learning enrichment playtime, it offers the children an opportunity to be creative, to work collaboratively, to build their imagination and their resilience. So why choose outdoor play and learning enrichment? As you can see, research conducted by credible sources have found that not only students, but parents and teachers have found it's had a really positive impact on the school day. Take 80% drop in negative use of behaviour charts after playtimes, for example. It really shows that the children are engaged when they come back in from the playtimes and they are ready to learn. On top of that, you have the 30 hours of teaching time that's recovered, so they're not having to resolve issues that have then spilt over from the playground into the classroom. Introducing outdoor play and learning enrichment to Rush Green. So this is our intent and how we plan to promote outdoor play and learning enrichment at our school. So our playground zones will have designated areas, and these areas will enhance children's play experiences and promote diverse activity zones to include elements that encourage creativity, physical activity, and social interaction, moving beyond traditional playground equipment. And we'll have a few examples of these later on. We also intend to create a vibrant and engaging outdoor environment that supports children's physical, social, and emotional well-being. Here are a few examples of OPLE being used in other schools. I'm sure you'll agree that it's a great example of children using the skills that we've mentioned previously in the video and putting them to test. We hope to develop this in our school so that this will be our children at Rush Green being able to use equipment like this soon. Here are an outline of some of the benefits and the risks that are imposed on the outdoor play and learning enrichment. As you can see, the benefits heavily outweigh the risks, but we need to have a look at some of the risks that we have involved. Now, there may be some minor cuts, bumps and bruises along the way. There may be some tripping and falling, and clothes may be getting dirty and wet. Now, there's no different to any normal playtime, but it's important to understand that as children are developing these skills, they'll be lifting things, they'll be working together, they will be getting muddy, they will be getting wet, they may have minor bumps and bruises. Now, this is a risk that may happen. We want to make sure that we are rolling this out as safely as possible and that all of the students know how to use the equipment safely. We'll come on to how we're going to implement that a little bit later on through assemblies and workshops. Here is a brief overview of how we plan to roll out each activity every half term. Now, the initial phase will be planning and developing, working with all stakeholders to make sure that the playtime will be effective and developmental for all of the students. So we'll be carefully selecting each area to add to the playground. Next we'll have a risk training. So it's essential training for students and staff to make sure that everyone is safe. Now, this is a very important step, and we need to make sure that everyone involved knows the risks involved in each of the areas. Then we will continue to assess and develop the playtimes to maximize effectiveness and their safety. Thank you for taking the time to listen and for your continued support as always.